All right, welcome back to Cabot baseball field. First batter of the game is Colson Ashcraft here in the JV Cabot versus Conway, and Colson flies out to left field. Just underway after Cabot won the varsity game 7-4. Bring up Maddox Ford. And I'm joined by Byron Ford.
Oh man, I don't know what to say right here. This is my first time ever doing this, so appreciate the opportunity.
You've got a great voice for broadcasting, so that's a good start.
Okay, thank you.
Just you can talk a little baseball.
Yeah.
And you get to debut with your son at the plate.
Yeah, that's right.
More fun.
So what, has he got a 1-1 count here? I missed that first one.
I do believe it's 1-1. We'll watch the umpire for the signal. Yeah, 1-2.
1-2. Maddox likes to get deep in the counts like this, and it's always made me nervous. Takes a ball there. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Wearing number 23 kind of runs in the family, huh?
It does. He was real excited to be able to wear that number. There we go. That's going to get down.
Some really good 2-strike hitting there by Ford. And makes the pitcher work. So 1 out single for Ford, and they're going to get a runner for him. And it's going to be Colson Ashcraft. The batter's Ryder Cook. Ryder was a courtesy runner in the last game and scored one of the Cats' runs.
I'm going to throw back over here to first. And he takes a shot out to that same location out there, and that's going to land too.
Yeah, past the left fielder. Ashcraft's going to hold at third, and Ryder Cook's got a stand-up double.
Yep, a great hit.
Got a little out in front of the pitch, but stayed through it. So we got second and third, 1 away for C.J. Gibson. C.J. one of the freshmen in the lineup for the Cats.
CJ's got a ton of speed. He it's been fun to watch him play in some varsity games and get
varsity
some
reps and running bases. Yeah, important role. CJ has a good feel for the game for a freshman. Like in this situation, I think he's able to adjust. We'll see if I jinx him, but
yeah,
adjust the situation, really work hard to get the ball on the ground and get one of those runners in.
Yep, I got a ton of confidence in this guy. If anyone can do it, he can. Looks like that was a bit inside.
Yeah. Umpire raised his hand, but he was fixing his mask. It kind of threw me off. I thought it was a super late strike call. So, got a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
Second, third. He puts that in the air. That's going to be caught.
It should be deep enough to
up.
get the runner home, and Ashcraft cruises in with the game's first run.
Yep. All right, 1-0 Conway. Got a runner at.
Yep, so now runner at second and 2 outs and a run in.
Yep. Okay.
I'll bring up Whit Griffin.
Swing and strike there. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pass ball.
Yeah, gets by the catcher.
And now we got a runner on third.
As we see a lot in these high school games this time of year, it's a bit windy during the varsity game, and then the sun goes down and everything quiets, and we're pretty much still in the air tonight. 3-0 to Griffin. He takes outside.
Okay. All right.
So that puts runners on the corner for Brady Bishop.
First and third, 2 outs.
See if the Cats put anything on with the base runners.
Called strike.
Number of viewers is increasing, Byron. I think word's getting around that you're on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
People are flocking to their devices. And there goes Griffin to second. The catcher fakes there and goes to third, but Cook able to dive back. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Bishop. Ground ball right side, fielded by the first baseman. He's going to step on the bag. So Cats get a run, leave a couple. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Cats 1, Cabot coming up. Okay, we are back for the bottom of the first. Wesley Tapp on the mound for the Cats. Check of your defense here. You got Maddox Ford behind the plate with Griffin at first base. I think that's Lee McConnell at second. Yeah.
Looks like him.
Jackson Cole at shortstop. Amos Bartley at third base. In the outfield, got Brady Bishop in left. C.J. Gibson in center. And Ryder Cook in right field. Tapp trying to work his way back into pitching shape after basketball season, after football season.
Yep, he plays it all.
So far, he's thrown pretty well in these JV outings.
Yeah, I was just talking with his dad over there, and it sounds like he's got a real good opportunity there at Sanford in Birmingham, Alabama, which is a great place.
Absolutely. Great campus. I was down to 3 schools, and that was one of them.
Yeah. It's nestled right down and kind of in a kind of a valley right there in the hills of Birmingham. It's a real beautiful place. All right, we got 1 ball. Come back with a strike.
It's a good time to check our college baseball scoreboard, Byron.
Yeah.
From Atlanta, we got Auburn playing Georgia Tech. It's 8-3 Jackets.
Oh, no.
That's good news.
No, not if
Good
you're an
news
Auburn
from
fan.
Atlanta. Why would we cheer for Auburn?
Well.
Full disclosure, Byron Ford, Auburn grad.
Yeah. I graduated.
The real reason I pulled you over here was so that I could
So you could read me
embellish
about
the
that?
Georgia Tech lead. Of course, with our pitching sometimes doesn't last all 9 innings. So
Yep.
far from a good block there by Ford. Back to the other game, and it's all you because the scoreboard is not changing so far this inning.
I think
3-1?
we're gonna instead of 3-1 right now. I need to make sure I pay attention.
You are multitasking, and I'm distracting you.
Foul ball. Wait for the umpire here to give us his count.
Yeah, the board says 1 and 2. I don't think that's
it.
right, but maybe it is. And that hit. I guess it nicked his helmet. It almost sounded like bat over here. But no hesitation by the umpire or the hitter to go ahead and take his base. So the bottom of the first starts with a hit by a pitch.
Shows
There
bunt.
it again. Yeah, nice stop by Ford again. In fairness, Tech and Auburn played a couple weeks ago, and Auburn won handily down on the Plains.
Did they?
Of course, I just saw they were, not to keep rubbing salt in the wound, but swept by Alabama over the weekend.
That sounds about right. It's hard being an Auburn fan. It's a little bit like being an Arkansas fan because it feels like you've got all the talent in the world to make something happen, but lo and behold, you always fall
Put
short.
it all
somewhere.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big brother down the road, too.
Yeah. He called a strike. I got 2 balls and 1 strike. And man on first base over here. No outs. Oop, throw over to first. Got past first baseman here.
Yeah, that was kind of a
Oh, he's making a turn for third. And looks like he's going to get there.
half-hearted throw by Tap. He moved his feet quick, then just kind of lobbed it over, and he spiked it. Tough in between hop for Griffin, and now we're going to run it at third base with nobody out.
I think maybe he called that a ball. So are we at 3-1 now?
Well, that was a pickoff.
Oh, yep, you're right. Sorry.
It would have been a ball, though.
Oop, that was a ball. Swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Somehow we have a vehicle right in our camera sight. It looks like it's about to.
Foul ball. Yep.
It's going to rush the field or something. I'm guessing, hoping it's maybe a law enforcement vehicle. I'm not sure why else it would be in the. Well, let's leave it now. Okay.
Inside. Ball 4.
So runners in the corners with nobody out. Have we counted the trains tonight, Byron?
I think I've got 3.
3 trains. I don't see one right now, but I hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the nice features of this park, I think, is having that train run back there. That's kind of neat.
Runner goes and it gets past everybody.
There's a pass ball here.
Ford gets a nice bounce, but not in time.
Yep.
Runner scores in the wild pitch from third base. Runner at first, steals second on the pitch, and we're going to get a visit from Coach Farrell.
So we got a score of 1-1 now. Runner on second. No outs.
We'll take a quick timeout with them. And we're back at Cabot. The train is now within view. And it will appear on the left side of your screen if there's time before this next pitch. Not quite. Squares the bunt, takes it high. Yeah, a few little flickers there in left field. Southwest also has a train in their outfield. Any more fields with trains you
Not
think
that I
of,
can
Byron?
Not that I can think of. But that's a fun one to sit in, too.
Well, yeah.
For a short period of time. When the train's coming through, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Those trains are in danger of getting hit. Misses high again. You know, we noticed earlier on, of course, there's been a break, so Tap has not thrown in a couple weeks because of spring break. But earlier on, he seemed to be missing with his fastball, but better locating his off speed. That fastball, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, threw it right by him. So count is full, runner at second in a 1-1 ball game.
Swing and a miss.
Yep.
Got it.
So on a high fastball for out number one. Another interesting thing this year here at Cabot is they have put up a new scoreboard. It is in right field, right center field. The old scoreboard is in left center field. You can still see the frame. Not sure there's a strategic reason for that. And there is a chain link fence just hanging out in center field.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's going to be a batter's eye once they cover it. Right now, it just kind of looks funny.
Yeah, this is an interesting park like that. I mean, they put a lot of time and money in this turf, and it looks beautiful. It feels like they kind of ran out of money in the on the fence there.
Well, I think that batter's eye is new. Like I said, I'm sure they're going to finish that now. What you did get was a new field, but the same old kind of mossy growing net here, which is not easy to look through. And you've also got just a little chain link fence around the outfield. Most parks now have a wall or some sort of covering, but it is a nice turf field. I'm sure they're proud of it, and I'm sure they enjoy getting to practice when it rains. So Tap steps off there, and they got their he threw behind him. He's going to steal third. So the runner was dancing around, and Tap looked him back once, and then I think the runner thought he was going to pitch, and he stepped off. But when he stepped off, he threw behind the runner who had already taken off to third base, and now he stole third. So you got runner at third, 2-0 count, and one away. Strike one. Just need Wesley to get into a groove here. Ooh, just a little bit high. And I think we're going to get a runner here. Well, this was not moving very quickly, is it?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Hey,
Runner goes. It's a strike.
strike.
Not sure if Maddox is going to throw that. I'm going to guess no. Popped out anyway. Tap gets ahead in the count.
strike and 1 out. Runners on second and third.
We are 3-0. This I don't recall seeing an umpire that has a natural kind of habit tick of reaching up for his mask with his right hand. It really looks like a delayed strike.
Mm-hmm. Foul ball there.
Two balls and two strikes. Infield is playing back. Good
Got him
fastball. Yep.
That was great.
Tap those it by him, gets the strikeout, and runners have to stay put. And now we got two away.
I love to ask this question because I just never even know what to guess. But what kind of speed do you think he's throwing out there?
You know, I hesitate to guess on air. I know he's in the past been able to run the ball in the upper 80s.
Yeah, it looks like it's moving in there pretty quick. Yep, he went on that.
Nice pitch. Yep, he's settling in. That's what Wesley needs.
Mm-hmm.
Needs that amount of time, and I wonder if he'll start throwing in some non-conference games as we start playing more of those. And
oh, that looked like a strike to me.
Yeah, I wonder if he was set up outside with a 0-2 count.
Oh.
It's going to go foul. Count stays 1-2. And there's strike 3. So Tap kind of works around a little bit of early trouble and keeps Cabot to 1 run. So we've played one inning here at Cabot. Score all tied up 1-1. And we are back at Cabot for the top of the second inning. A pair of lefties to lead it off for the Cats. We got Lee McConnell, followed by Levi Thompson. First pitch to McConnell is a called strike.
Well, Lee's been hitting real well this year. He's got a knack for bumping him out there into right field.
Yeah, he's good at using the field. Good at kind of staying, keeping his hands back. It's called low, 2-1.
Yeah, I'm with you. Every time he reaches up to grab his mask, I'm thinking that he's going to call a strike on that.
He is deliberate in his call, but he also is verbal. So I called third strike last inning. You could hear him verbally communicate strike 3 before he went back into his motion. So everybody, the batter and catcher, knew what was going on. It's a good take by McConnell. Count is now
Is it 2-1, I think?
no, it's 3-2 or 2-2. We are transitioning the graphics guy. Yeah, it was 3-2. That's ball 4. So McConnell draws leadoff walk, and that'll bring up Levi Thompson.
Levi had a great hit the other week, didn't he? He put it right there at the base of the fence.
He, yep. Like I said, last at bat for spring break, he was able to turn on one, almost get out of the park.
Yep. One of my favorite memories is watching his brother put one just about right there for the state championship.
Yeah, yeah. Hard to believe it's been 5 years.
I know.
Or 4 years.
That was a fun time. I just still remember him just coming around that first base, just pumping his fist, just like that had to be an amazing experience for you guys.
That's about as good as it gets for a high school player, I think.
Yeah, I bet you he was on cloud 9 for 2 weeks after that.
He was exhausted after that. If I take strike 2.
1-2 is the count.
Throw to first, and McConnell's back.
Takes that one high.
I think our scoreboard operator's just gone home.
I think so.
Well, not ours, the scoreboard
Cabot's.
here. We got Jason Cole on the spot now.
Takes that one high again.
So I believe it's another full count.
Yep, 3-2.
We'll see if McConnell gets going here. Outfield playing pretty deep. A lot of room out there. And Thompson works to walk. So
There we go. 2 people on.
Cats get 2 on, and Trenton Cup up, or as the kids call him, Teacup. Not short and less stout.
Yeah,
Stretching out.
that's one of the greatest nicknames for sure.
One of the most ironic ones.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Cup's been pitching as well this spring, doing a good job.
Yep.
You know, he had at least one game this year as well where he had back-to-back doubles. I think Amos Bartley's judging my commentary here. And he's standing in the way. I can barely even see. Hey, no, you do what you got to do to get ready.
Yeah, maybe Teacup can get this out and get another double on his stats. That'd be great. Ooh, that looked good. Called strike.
Jackson Cole is running for Levi Thompson at first base. Wonder if he and Maddox are switching off again.
That's kind of been the game plan here.
The MO.
Yep. A little bit high.
We're at 2-1. 2-1 count for Cup.
And when they're going down and looking at their note cards, what kind of stuff are they? I mean, is that they're just calling what they're supposed to hit right here, or they're waiting on this?
Well,
or?
it's the offensive play. So it could be steal, bunt, sack bunt, fake bunt, whatever. Take. Or nothing. And it's usually nothing. And I think our guys are out in front of this pitcher.
Oh, that looked close. All right, so we got a 3-2.
Another full count.
Those guys
Nobody out.
He's running it up high on the last two. See what he does on this. Ooh,
Swings.
got
This
him.
is a high fastball. He kind of put it right in that perfect spot where if it's a little higher, he would have taken it. But he had to respect it. He just got under it. So out number 1. 3 straight full counts, and that brings up Amos Bartley.
Amos has gotten a little varsity time this year, hasn't he?
He has, and he also is way out in front.
Yeah, he was.
He's got a little time at third base. Really quick hands and great motor over there. Gets a bunt down. It's a good one.
Yep.
Catcher goes to third, though, and gets you out. Wasn't watching closely, Byron, to see if it was just not far enough away from. He did kind of die. And see what kind of jump McConnell got there, but either way, 2-5 on the bunt attempt. That's out number 2. Runners remain first and second. It's now Cole at second. Bartley at first for Max Voss. Voss hits one fouled on the left side. Yeah, Amos had 2 uncles play here.
Oh, wow.
And I wonder if any other players have had 2 uncles play.
That'd be a fun stat to know.
A bunch of Leaches that have played here. They're not all related, but I know you had. Yeah, I think Cameron Leach would have had two Leaches or 2 uncles to play.
How about
Back
that?
in the 90s. Cameron Leach graduated here in 2021.
Called strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Like how I just answered my own question. That no one cares about but me.
Well, you're the master of it. You've spent a lot of time digging through the data.
Scary thing is it all kind of runs together at some point. Ground ball to short. Field by shortstop. He makes a tough play and a good play, but it took too long to develop, and Max beat it out. So the shortstop went for the old throw on the run.
Yep. It looked real good.
Just didn't get a lot on it.
That's a pretty hard play, I would suspect.
Yeah. So now got bases loaded for Colson Ashcraft back to the top of the order for the Cats. And pitch is a strike. Ashcraft flew out to, I think it's supposed to be flied out. Flied out to left field. He didn't actually go out there himself. That would have been flew out, right?
Right.
Flied out to left. Ground ball foul. And if he flew out to left, that would have been a story.
That would have been a story. You're right.
Even for JV, that might have gone viral.
That might.
All right, we got 1 ball, 1 strike. These JV games can be kind of stream of consciousness, Byron, as we kind of talk through them.
He wanted to take that.
Oh, I thought for sure he was calling a strike. The
yeah.
mask thing is getting me.
Yeah, it is. It's like every time.
That time he kind of went to it quick. Hit hard up the middle. It's going to get through. Cole comes in from third. Amos Bartley comes around from second. It'll be a 2-run, 2-out single for Colson Ashcraft, and the Cats have regained the lead. It's 3-1. So Voss goes to second on the base hit. Voss did not have 2 uncles play here, but he had 2 brothers play here. Well, one's current.
And a dad, right?
And dad, that's right. Pitch a little bit high. Second ball drops in.
There we
That
go.
ball's hit hard up the middle for a base hit.
Good job, Maddox.
Towards right center field, coming around and scoring is Max Voss. Going to third is Bartley. He gets there just ahead of the slide. And on the throw, Maddox Ford takes second base. So RBI single for Ford.
All right.
Cats tack on another run. It's 4-1. Good to see the 2-out hitting. Brings up Ryder Cook, who doubled his last time up.
There we go.
It's hard in the left
Yes.
field again for a base hit.
Nice.
Voss walks home, and Ford will score standing up as well.
Yep.
Scampering back to first is Ryder Cook. It's a 2-run single, and just like that, the Cats have scored 5 runs in the span of 3 batters.
Yeah. That's fun to see. These are great line drives, just sitting right there in the gaps.
Yeah, we mentioned this pitcher kind of lower velocity than we're used to, and looks like second time through the order the guys have adjusted.
Yeah.
I don't think we shot our machines on this. That's not a shot at this guy at all. I mean,
Yeah.
good-looking pitcher, and we all know that Vila will keep coming, and he pounded the strike zone.
Yep.
Offense is able to adjust, so new pitcher, we're going to get a left-hander for Cabot. I guess he would qualify as a lanky left-hander.
Having 2 sons that are left-handed batters, they always tell me that swinging, hitting against a left-handed pitcher is a real challenge.
Yep, it can be.
It seems like it would be the same thing for a right-handed batter hitting off a right-handed pitcher, but is it not the same?
It's funny how the human body is symmetrical, yet in baseball it doesn't feel that way. You can almost left-handers have a natural uppercut in their swing, even though left hand, right hand, your body's the same. Lefties get a little more run on their breaking ball typically, but I think it's more that as kids are growing up, you see more right-handed pitchers.
Gotcha.
So but even to the majors, I mean, the metrics that, left on left is harder on a hitter than right on right. I don't know if that's scientific or if that's just reps.
Yeah, I've heard Thomas say that sometimes it looks like, and even Maddox will say, like it looks like it's starting out from behind them and then just suddenly just drops right.
And I think that's just a product of what they're used to. You know, all growing up, they were getting this, which for lefty is out in front of you. Right-hander, it feels like it's behind your head, but you're used to seeing it there. One big change I've noticed when Will came up playing, before kid pitch, they used machines, and they switched from machine to coach pitch between Will playing and Levi playing, and I think it was a good move. I don't know why these trends happen like they do. I definitely enjoy not. I'm going to pick off right away, and I don't know if he got tagged, but the ball definitely beat him there. And so new pitcher does not throw a pitch, but he gets an out. We'll pick up this conversation next inning. Cats score 5 with 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 6-1 Conway. All right, we're back at Cabot for the bottom of the second inning of this 5-inning JV matchup between Conway and the Cabot Panthers. Got a new pitcher for Conway. It's Case Clausen. New catcher this inning, Levi Thompson. And still got Whit Griffin at first base, Lee McConnell at second. Jackson Cole is at shortstop. And Maddox Ford now at third base. Outfield, got Brady Bishop in left field, C.J. Gibson in center, and Ryder Cook remains in right field. So there's Case Clausen. He closed out the varsity game on Thursday. That win over Staley, Missouri. I think that's his first varsity action. It's got to help his confidence. And right there, he starts to strike one.
I wasn't at that game, but that's the one that late night game that they ended up.
Well, that was not as late as the other night game. Our second game went past midnight. That was on Friday night into Saturday morning.
Pass ball there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good live fastball there by Clausen. So, talking about righties and lefties and pitching machines and all that. Where I was going with that is, pitching machine just would lay it in there for the hitters. There's no arm action to read. Little soft bloop left side, and Griffin can't quite get there. And so what I saw coaching for years and years was you'd have kids that were 6, 7, 8 years old and start playing baseball, and they start hitting the pitch machine, and then they get to kid pitch, and all of a sudden, like you said, the ball looks like it's coming from behind their head, and they start stepping out, and then they got to break that habit, a foul ball. And it's hard to do once you're at that point 9 years old and 10 years old. You have to break a habit, and I think what I've seen, what I like about the change to coach pitch over machine pitch is the kids are reading the arm from the beginning. Even though they're not throwing it hard, trying to strike them out or anything, they're reading the arm, so it doesn't look weird. Chopper to third. Maddox Ford plays it back on a hop and just throws a little bit high. Safe at first. I think with experience, Maddox will come in on that one and take a hop away.
Yeah, it looked like you made a pretty clean read on it and got a good throw on there. Just didn't. It was fast. It just wasn't in the right spot.
Good strong throw, but I think the ball's hit hard at you. Take that step back, and again, you only learn that through experience. But to your point, those coach pitch guys and most arm pitch kids are throwing from the right side all those years.
Showed a bunt on that and pulled it back for a ball. Yeah, one of my favorite stories was, we had the machine pitch when Thomas was coming up, and he was 7 and Maddox was 3, and I remember being, butted that high. And I remember getting done with a little batting practice with Thomas in there, and Maddox was there, and he would not let me leave until he was able to get into that and swing off of that machine. I knew his mother would kill me if she knew I was throwing, putting him in a cage with a machine, throwing a ball at him.
Yeah, those little brothers have that built-in advantage.
Yeah, they do.
Always being around the game.
Swing and a miss.
Good heavy fastball there by Clausen. Count 1 and 2. Runner goes. Ball is popped up right side. Will Griffin giving chase. He makes the catch. Throw to first. And just beat it back.
I don't know. That seemed like a missed call, perhaps.
It was bang, bang. So the runner was going on the pitch, and he had to turn back around and run back to the base after Griffin made the catch. And Clausen was covering the bag, but he just didn't get back to the bag in time. So 1 out. Runner remains at first base. And there he goes. Ground ball to first. This time, Griffin steps on it, throws behind the runner at second base, but he's able to get back in time. It's a little hit and run action there by the Panthers. Cats getting out. We got man on second and 2 outs. So Griffin sure-handed this inning. Back-to-back balls hit his way. First pitch foul back. Clausen pounding the zone this inning.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Another good fastball.
Yeah, he's blowing it by.
Count is 0-2.
Yeah,
See if they change it up here. Just keep going after him. Changes it up. Misses down. Counts 1-2. I hear another train coming.
I always feel like if you got 2 strikes, you just come back with the heater again and stop with the because you know they kind of expect the something to miss, right?
Well, you know, it just kind of depends on the situation. Sometimes you want to change the batter's speed up a little bit. You might get a couple pitches by him, but if he's seen the same pitch twice, he's going to make some mental adjustments. So he might want to change up his eye level or change his speed a little bit.
Yeah.
But just missed. Other times you feel like, hey, he's not going to hit my fastball. Just why mess around? Of course.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. He's kind of blowing that fastball by him.
Inside move to second. Of course, also the JV game, they're working on things, so maybe the coach staff wanted to work his breaking ball in a little bit more.
That's true.
Three-two pitch. It is outside, ball 4. So, Austin loses him after getting ahead 0-2. So we got 2 on and 2 out. We're in the bottom of the second. Got a 5-inning game here between Conway and Cabot JV teams. Cats leading 6-1. There's a first pitch breaking ball. It's fouled away.
Got him on first and second here with 2 outs.
Ground ball right side. McConnell gets to it, and he throws it. Nice stop by Griffin, but the runner beat the play. He just had it too far to go to get there. It's just a long, slow ground ball single.
Yeah.
And
this runner from third come in.
now the runner,
I guess it was second.
Was it
rounded third?
Yeah, he scored from second on that. Yeah. Good stop though by Griffin there to keep the runners at first and second, keep the force intact. So 6-2 now. Clausen, this is down and in. So now Cabot's going to try to do what Conway did, which is tack on some 2-out runs in the second inning. All 5 of the Cats' runs in the second came with 2 outs.
Yeah, that pitch right there looks so good.
Late on the fastball again, yeah. That fastball up in the zone. It's tough for Case. He's got that, or tough for batters against Case. He's got that tall build going downhill.
Yep, got him there too.
It's like they expect the ball to come down in the zone. It's not not making it down there. And by the time they realize it, it's too late. So here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hit down the left field line is hooking foul by what? 3 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Closer than I thought it was going to be.
This is a hard place to play in. I was complaining about it on the way here and then complaining about it in the last game. It's just something about it. Feels like it's, I don't know. Something weird always happens here. You got him there.
Well,
I like that.
it's not been a fun ride home for us for the most part the last few years. So
Yeah.
anyway, Clausen gets out of the inning with no further damage. A little scratch run with 2 outs on infield single, but that's all that the Panthers can muster. So we played 2 complete. Cats leading 6-2.
All right, we are back here at the top of the third. C.J. Gibson to bat. Score is 6-2 Conway. The lefty pitcher throws it high there. Ball 1. Ooh, comes back with a strike. Yeah, looked pretty clean. Ooh, he came back the same spot and looks like he missed a little bit low.
I called that a strike. You called a ball?
Yeah, he called that a. They called that a ball, but the one before he called a strike. CJ hits that way up. We got 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Got him to chase. And that's the left on left breaking ball you're talking about, Byron.
Yep.
It's tough to hit. The first thing you gotta do as a hitter is what did I pick it? Pick it up. You pick it up, you can lay off it. Easier said than done. Here's Whit Griffin. Now the advantage swings back to the hitter.
Ooh, that looked like that hit him.
It's called a back foot breaking ball, Byron. Literally.
Yeah.
So, runner on first. The pitcher just dropped the baseball, but I guess he was not on the rubber. Or the umpire was not looking. Or maybe time was out. I don't know. Here's Brady Bishop. Bishop grounded out his last time up. it off at the plate. McConnell on deck.
Call that a strike. That's a nice pitch. We got 0-2.
Throw to first. Griffin's back. Pitch is breaking ball left up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopped left side. It's
kind of a
fielded by third baseman. He makes a tough throw. The first baseman cannot come up with it. So Bishop legs out in infield. We'll give him a hit. Not routine, so 2 on and 1 out for Lee McConnell. I believe Lee walked last time up. I know he went 3-2. He and Thompson and Cup all went 3-2 to start that inning. First pitch is outside.
Yep, it is still out here. It's like no air moving.
At least it is. Also not hot.
Yeah, that's true. Take it while I can get it.
2 balls, no strikes. Ball ripped into left field. Drifting back is a left fielder, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Yeah, it looked like he was reading that pretty well. I always admire somebody that, you know, is able to do that. It seems like that'd be a hard thing to do.
Yep, McConnell drove it pretty well, but a little bit under it. 1 away, and Griffin did not tag up on the play, so still runners at first and second for Levi Thompson. Levi walked his last time up.
Left that one up a little bit high.
Again, 2-0. Talking about lefty matchups. You know, hitters don't like hitting lefties typically. Some left-handed pitchers struggle against left-handed hitters because they're used to right-handed batters, and it just changes their perception and everything. Drops a 2-0 breaking ball in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a lot of difference between his fastball and that pitch right there. It's going to be hard to pick up that difference.
Yep. That's high again, 3-1. Thompson a chance to maybe sit on a pitch here. It's down low, ball 4. So pair of walks for Thompson today. All that cage work paying off. It's baseball for you.
Yep.
So 2 on, 2. I'm sorry, bases are loaded with 2 outs for Trenton Cup. Let's see if Cup can hit a gap. See how fast Levi can run. Those catchers don't get to run the bases very often, you know.
Yep.
Takes on outside corner for a strike. I'm guessing we don't have a good vantage point. I'm guessing his fastball runs away from righties to the way that Cup and Bishop have taken a couple right there off the corner. That ball smoked into right field for a base hit. Walking in is Grifford. He scores easily. McConnell chugs around third. And I'm sorry, Bishop, and he will score. And Another 2-out base hit for the Cats. And that's how you hit left-handed pitchers. You stayed back, stayed inside it, went the right side, lined it past the first baseman. Knocked in a couple runs. Now 8-2 Cats. Bartley up, and he is way out in front of that pitch. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. Ball's hitting the right field. Playable. Catch is made, and that's it for the Cats. But 2 out, 2-run single from Trenton Cup brings in a pair. We go to the bottom of the third. We're halfway home in this JV game. It is 8-2 Cats. We are back at Cabot for the bottom of the third inning. We got a 5-inning JV game here to cap off the night here in Lonoke County. Case Clausen in for his second inning of work. Maddox Ford back at catcher. Amos Bartley back at third base. First pitch is inside. Looks like I think it's Levi Thompson in left field. C.J. Gibson in center, and that's we've got to catch that, Byron.
Yeah.
You didn't flinch.
I didn't even flinch at that.
No.
Which I'm kind of impressed with.
You
myself.
trusted this 80-year-old net.
I did. Yeah, I would usually be bailing out real quick on something like that.
Pitch is up high, 2-1. Right field. I think that's Ryder Cook. Still in right field. It should complete your defense. If you're new to JV, it's kind of fluid. You bat 9, 10, 11 guys. Kind of whatever you want to do. You kind of move guys around in the field, get some reps. 3-1 count here for Clausen. And that is strike 2.
Great looking pitch. Full count.
Fouls it off. Stays alive. Count remains 3-2. We'll see what Coach Farrell has up his sleeve here. Shoulder 2. Shoulder 2. Here we go. Don't tell Cabot. I don't know why he called a ball.
Yeah.
So that when he tried to go off speed, that might have been a changeup.
Mm-hmm. It looked like it's just the way he threw the ball was different, almost like his foot motion was a bit off.
That's a deal where if you can bury that pitch 3-2, you are tough. So, or tough to hit. I'm not saying he's not tough as a case tough guy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as a hitter, the last thing you want to see 3-2 is a changeup.
Gotcha. When you throw those pitches, though, I mean, really, it's you keep the motion. Is the motion the same? And it's just
yeah. Ideally, you don't slow down your arm speed or your motion or change your arm angle. You keep it in the same tunnel, so to speak, and it's the grip that has to do it for you. Not that you can't fool somebody if you change it up, but it's easier for the batter to pick up on something, even subconsciously. Something ticks in their brain. Oh, this is different. But if they can't tell what's coming out of your hand, that's why a lot of guys with big curveballs still get hit hard, because the batter can see it out of their hands. The guys that have a tight curveball that breaks not very much but breaks really late, it's really tough. The batter can't tell what it is until it gets close. Runner is dancing and he goes, but it doesn't matter. The batter gets hit on the elbow guard. So the Panthers get their first 2 runners aboard here in the 3rd. And that, again, is just kind of how this night has gone since the very beginning. Both teams, not a lot of quick innings, clean innings. In the varsity game or the JV game. That's why it's 8:52 and we're here in the 3rd inning. That's a nice first pitch by Clausen down the zone, off speed, got him out in front. Now you're kind of set up as a pitcher. You haven't seen your fastball yet. You've already slowed his bat down.
That looked nice. Looks like it's outside.
Unless you've got something just completely nasty, you really need 3 pitches at this level to be successful. Exception, I remember we had Preston Prock a couple years ago. 2023 class, he just had the nastiest slider. Everybody knew it was coming. I couldn't do anything about it. When his fastball got pushed to 90, he was really tough. Guys had to respect his fastball. He is up there in the amongst the strikeout kings for Conway High, but he didn't really need a 3rd pitch. Two and two. Ball's hit high on the right side. Ryder Cook giving chase in foul territory. He's going to run out of room. Count stays 2 and 2. Clausen checks second, runner back. McConnell was in the area. I think Liesel trying to get comfortable in the infield.
What's his? Do you know what his regular position is? Or was he a second baseman?
I think he's been an outfielder most of his youth playing career.
Strikeout there.
Yeah, good pitch by Clausen.
1 out.
Coaches are always trying to figure out how to get another left-handed bat in the lineup. And you got to play your bats right or throws right and bats left. You can put him at catcher or those infield spots. Good off-speed pitch there for Clausen. Start off the count. Big lead is second, and they're both going. That's hit high into right field. Cook is under it, makes the catch. The runners retreat, and there's out number 2. Pretty good jump there by the runners. I would have been curious to see how that turned out. I don't know if it's a called hit and run or the runners were braking as if they were getting measured jumps. All right, good chance here for our first scoreless inning of this game.
Swinging. A great pitch.
Got him to chase there, didn't he? I think he was trying to ambush. Foul. Clausen way ahead in the count. Runners going, pitches. Oh, call strike 3. I don't know if the batter was out. Could have called that drop on the transfer, but either way, Maddox to first base, got the safe play, and Clausen gets the strikeout to end the 3rd inning. So no runs for the Panthers. We go to the 4th inning. It's Conway 8, Cabot 2. We're back at Cabot. Don't know if this field has a name. Byron.
I don't either.
Panther Field.
Panther Field, yeah.
Seems too obvious. Anyway, top 4, we got Max Voss leading off. Another lefty-lefty lineup, or lefty-lefty matchup.
Called strike. Look a little bit low, but I guess the catcher put it in a pretty good spot for him there.
It was in there. It's interesting with the new challenge system in the majors. Of course, there's a lot made of that strike 3 that ended, what game was that? The U.S. won on a very generous strike 3 that looked low on the tracker. What's interesting, though, is the baseball rule book the strike zone is three-dimensional, so it can pass through over the plate. And of course, that ABS system they use, ball four to Voss, it's two-dimensional. It just has a plane the ball passes through. So that pitch that was this far, you can't see my hands, but a little bit below the box, and of course the batter got upset about, and it looked low. When you look at the side view, it might have caught the top knee, but by the time it got past the bottom knee, and so there's a question about, do you adjust the ABS system, throw to first, and make it three-dimensional, or do you adjust the rule book?
Interesting. It's amazing the technology that they have in baseball. I mean, it's come a long way that they're tracking all those different types of things. And
Yep.
I never would have imagined that there's a 3D box back there. I still don't know that I understand exactly how that works.
Well, as umpires get a hard time for missing stuff when you realize how few they miss and like how close these. We have the best pitchers in the world throwing absolute filth, breaking all different directions, and you missed it by
Right.
half an inch. You're blind. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I've heard somewhere the ratio that they get, and they are pretty accurate in their calls, aren't they?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and I think too, we were growing up. It wasn't that long ago, right? They had TV. You could watch games on TV.
Right.
There was no box there.
No.
And I mean, I grew up watching the Braves like all good Americans, and I mean, you never, Glavine was getting a little bit of, couple balls off the plate there on his change up, and Voss takes second there. And of course, you had the infamous Eric Gregg game in the '97 World or Championship Series where he called everything near the batter's box a strike, and no one could do anything about it.
Get the bat on that.
Colson fouls it all. It's Colson Ashcraft up, by the way. But what you had then was umpires kind of had their zone. It was up to you to learn their zone. They may call two balls off the plate and not call the inside corner and whatever, and you had to figure it out.
Yeah.
With the box showing up a few years ago, they kind of standardized the strike zone for the first time. Good take there by Colson.
We had a 3-2 here.
That's what Jason Cole has. I'm not going to argue with that guy. Only one person can win an argument with that guy. It's not me or you.
Right. There we go.
Ball's hit right side, fielded by second baseman, a slick slide and throw. You can tell he plays on turf. One away, but Colson does his job moving the runner to third base, so gives Maddox Ford here a chance to drive in another run.
Let's go Maddox Ford.
First pitch strike. I can't remember when the pitching change took place. I don't think Maddox faced him yet.
I was just trying to remember. I don't think he has either.
I think maybe Ryder was the last batter to face him. Ryder's on deck.
Ooh, swing and a miss. 0-2.
See if Ford can make the adjustment here. Let's see if he tries to get a Jason breaking ball. The pitcher just shook off a sign. Makes you wonder. He does go off speed and misses. 1-2. Now Ford has seen his fastball and he's seen his off speed. Slaps the foul to the left side. I don't know if you. Let's see. This ball is lifted in left center field. It's going to be caught by left fielder. A nice running catch, but that will get the run home. Voss tags up and scores, and Ford does a really good job there of getting the ball in play, getting in the air, and getting that runner home. It's now 9-2 Cats.
I love seeing a hit like that on a 2-strike. You know, you get behind and be able to smack it out there and make something happen.
The man on deck. C.J. Gibson did that his last time up. Man on third, 2 strikes, got the ball in the air, got the run home.
Yep. Do a job, as I like to holler out here in the in the stands.
It makes all the difference when you do that.
He's inside.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryder Cook. He's got a pair of base hits today already. This is a little bit inside.
You know, I'm impressed at how you're able to remember these plays. I feel like I can't remember what Maddox did, and he just hit. And you're
Well, what's scary is when I go from memory and I don't remember right. And I'm counting on nobody checking me.
taking you out. Yeah.
Nobody really caring.
Well,
I think I remember that happening. I don't know. Look it up.
you can be confident that I'm not going to check you on it because I don't remember much of anything.
Swing and a miss at off speed. Ryder Cook goes down swinging, but the Cats tack on a run. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 9-2 Conway. Back at Cabot, the baseball field, which is on or adjacent to the campus of the freshman school, freshman academy,
Yep.
whatever they.
I think they call it the Freshman Academy.
Freshman academy. And we got a new pitcher for the Wampus Cats. It is sophomore Trin Cup. Starts off with strike 1. And foul ball for strike 2. Levi Thompson back at catcher. Maddox Ford back at third. Brady Bishop back in left. The rest of the defense remains the same. 0-2 misses inside.
Yeah, this is a sprawling campus here. It's interesting to have all the. I guess all the buildings are kind of in this area, right? It's not like Conway where you've got the high school and then you've got the other.
They've got some other campuses, but they just missed high. Yeah, this campus is next to the kind of, across from the high school. Got some other. I took a swing and a miss for strike 3. I took a wrong turn coming here and ended up going by some brand new like kindergarten or pre-K or something school that was being built. They got North and South Junior High.
Yeah.
It's a good start for Trenton Cup. Gets a strikeout, first batter, and misses a little bit out with the first pitch. It's 1-0. Breaking
That
ball through there, yep.
That looked good. That's a great looking pitch.
Good pitch to throw when you're behind the count. Called a get over curveball. The batter's usually looking for a fastball. This one is slapped into right field. It's going to kind of drop inside the line. That one stung a little bit. Tough break for Cup. Be a 1-out single. Runner is going. Throw to second. I'm not sure what happened. Coach Farrell asked about interference. I couldn't. Like Lee was kind of behind the runner. I can't tell if it sailed on Levi or if Lee got tangled up with the runner or what. But it's a seal of second. No balls and 1 strike on the batter. Breaking ball just misses.
It seems like the way these pitchers kind of mix it up between, the slide step and, just kind of having a regular kind of motion to the plate. Just seems like it'd be hard to keep all that stuff under control. Or just to keep it consistent, I guess.
For the pitcher?
Yeah, for the pitcher.
Yeah,
when you're changing up so much of your movement to the plate, it just feels like it would be hard to keep it.
That's certainly the downside. Some guys will maybe even subconsciously change it up based on what pitch they're throwing. And maybe they'll go longer delivery on a curveball.
I can see that.
He got a running start.
Yeah.
So full count. Yeah, pitcher's got to watch. Cabot's doing the momentum lead where you kind of just dance back and forth, and if you're moving towards the base when he pitches, you just keep going. That one just misses. Look like.
So we got runners on first and second here.
First and second, 1 away. Good time for double play. Yeah, Cup was all around the plate at a bat.
Wow. Called that one out.
This ball's hitting the air to right field as well. Again, Cook comes in again. It just drops right at his feet.
Man, almost the exact same spot.
Almost the same spot. So 2 pop fly singles sandwiched around a walk. Now Cabot has the bases loaded and 1 out. Coach Farrell's like, it's coming a little bit in the outfield. First pitch is in the, well, not in the dirt, in the turf.
A little low. Yeah, is it a pitch that they would continue to hit like that? I mean, how is it? I mean, is that just the game? Sometimes it just happens where you get two hits.
Oh, nah, it's just
Didn't know if there was some kind of spin or something like that happens between his pitch and the bat. And
well, both those cases are right-handed batters, so they're hitting the inside of the baseball, getting just enough of it to keep it fair. Close play at third.
it was close. Yep, that was a clean move to third right there by Teacup.
Nice tag by Maddox. You know he's around the plate because we can hear the umpire give the location where he's missing. Which usually means it's close. Fouled away, 2-2. I don't think you're going to make your 10 o'clock bedtime, Byron.
I'm probably not.
Good fastball there by Cup. Throws it by him.
Yep.
There's two away.
Yep. Let's get this one right here and wrap this inning up.
So bases remain loaded. Now 2 outs. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
He does really good on those first pitch breaking balls, doesn't he? And both of those, or at least the last, I guess, 2 have been there for strikes. Nice. Blows it past him. Strike 2.
Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Got him.
Got him. High fastball. Nice job by Cup. Picks around some tough luck and some near misses, but gets out of the inning with no runs on the board. We go to the 5th and final frame here from Cabot. It's Wampus Cats JV 9, Cabot 2. Back at Cabot for the top of the 5th inning. Cats leading 9-2 in this JV game. Final inning of this game, and CJ Gibson wears one. Takes a first pitch to the, I don't know, his arm back. He's He's smiling, but I don't think he feels very good.
Yeah.
But Catskill leadoff runner, start the frame. I saw that Little Rock Christian and Bryant were in extra innings. And Little Rock Christian won it on a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the ninth.
Oh, wow.
So they remain with just 2 losses. Bryant picks up their 3rd conference loss. Now Jonesboro and Cabot are the 2 remaining undefeateds. Jonesboro beat North Little Rock tonight, so they are now 7-0 in conference. We'll see them next week. Again to first, again Gibson back.
We've had a couple of nail biters against Jonesboro, haven't we?
We have, especially up there. We've had some wild games up there. They're a much improved team as well. We'll be there next Tuesday. Whit Griffin is out in front of first pitch to him. Strike 1. Gibson at first, Griffin at the plate, Brady Bishop on deck. Pitch is a strike. The throw from the catcher is from his knees, and he gets C.J. Gibson stealing.
That's something else right there because CJ's got some speed.
Yeah, I didn't see how good the jump was, but the throw was really good. A lot of times guys throw from their knees, they end up sailing in or bouncing up there. He made a crisp throw. And the next pitch.
Right, here we go.
Hits Whit Griffin on the knee. This guy's been in there for a while. Bring up Brady Bishop. He reached on an infield grounder last time up. First pitch is down low. It was a Dominic Cicero sac fly to win that game for Little Rock Christian.
How about that? That was fun watching Silas and Dominic play against each other.
That was, and talking to the dad / uncle, James says first time they ever face each other in a game.
How about that?
Each got little bragging rights.
Yeah. There we go.
Ball is lifted to deep left field. It is caught right on the line, about 5-10 feet short of the fence. So Bishop gave it a ride, hung up in there a little too long, and goes for out number 2. So Griffin remains at first base, 2 outs. And now Lee McConnell, Carter Crow on deck. Oh, he's just being a bat boy, spitting seeds. McConnell has sac fly last time up, I think. No, I mean, see, this is the problem. Maddox had a sac fly last time up, left-hander over there. I could pull the score up.
Ooh.
Tricky move to first base.
That was a pretty tricky move. A little low.
Okay, it was not a sac fly, but I did remember correctly it was a fly ball to left field. Similar to Maddox's sac fly.
Whoa.
Top of the zone, we'll call it.
Yes.
2-1. Down low, 3-1. McConnell 0 for 1 with a walk. Again to first. Again, Griffin is bow. We got a balk.
Oh.
Balk called by the field ump. so that moves Griffin to second. So now he's in scoring position and a 3-1 count on Lee McConnell. Take strike 2. Lee's another one, Byron. I don't think it bothers him hitting with 2 strikes.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like if I played baseball, I'd avoid that at all cost.
Well,
and he got him. Swinging and missing.
Swings and misses, and that's the end of the inning. Cats do not score. In the 5th, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Last chance for the Panthers. Cats leading it 9-2. All right, Byron, we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning. This 5-inning JV game between Cabot and Conway. The Cats leading at 9-2. A 5-run second inning broke it open for the Cats. Trenton Cup back on the mound for his second inning of work. Starts off with a strike. Maddox Ford back at catcher. Amos Bartley back at third base. Levi Thompson back in left field. The rest of your defense stays the same.
Count is 2-1.
Three and 1. Ball's ripped to left center field. It's going to split the gap. Thompson runs it down. Hat falls off. Throws it in. Gets it to Cole. That'll hold the runner to double. If you're Trenton Cup, though, 3-1, you'd rather him hit that gap than walking with the big leads. So, Byron, we're enough into the season. We're curious your thoughts on conference this year with the 2-game series. How you feel? Like we played Cabot, and we got to see those guys again in 2 days.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it's fun. I think you really kind of get to see kind of I don't know if you want to call it a benefit, but just like maybe the side effect of it, like with Conway Christian, right? I'm sorry, with Little Rock Christian. The first night we played them, or they played us real good, and had to take it to 10 innings, I think. And then whenever they came to us, then we mercy ruled them in early in the game. It really shows the depth of the pitching for the team. And so can't
Yeah,
skirt around it.
yeah, you're right. And I think that was a good example too. Those teams played a lot of innings. They used more pitching than they had planned. If they had then 2 days later gone to play somebody else, then you know that team would have benefited from Little Rock Christian and Conway playing a long game. This ball's slapped into right field. This one is going to fall foul. We might just put Ryder right there on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those weird things you don't have that benefit teams that are random.
Right.
So they both had to make decisions who they're going to throw, if they're going to use up their Thursday guy, and then they both had to go back and decide.
Yeah.
What they're going to do that next game instead of it randomly falling on some other team. Nice high pitch, high fastball for strike three. Do you trust a man in the shadows?
Not in Cabot. Yeah, is it what you thought it would be, seeing the same team?
I think so. I mean, I like it's kind of weird to be done with the team early. I like to think that, he finished with Bryant 3 weeks ago. We still got 5-6 weeks left in the season. But it is certainly, I think, the fairest way to do it.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times with the old rotation, you saw the same pitcher twice. Or, last year we had some teams, once we opened up a conference lead, would not throw any of their guys against us because they were going to try to win the next game.
Right.
And that didn't help us any, and we didn't get to see some of the best arms in the conference that way. So it's just kind of more the way baseball is designed to be played, which is what I like about it.
Yeah. Nice strike.
Now, if we can just get rid of the single elimination playoff,
that's where I was going to go next.
I don't want to get chuck a AAA jail, but that just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
And I don't know any state that does that. That's nice block there by Ford. That is not playing in snow-like conditions. That has to do that. Like we're in the South, we don't.
Right.
No states in the South do what we do.
Is it? Why do you think?
Balls are ripped into right center. That's going to split the right center field gap. Cut off by Ryder Cook. It'll be a two-run or one-run? One-run double.
One run,
Yeah. So a pair of doubles here. Sandwich around a strikeout. We got another run on the board for Cabot. It's 9-3 Cats with one away.
I was asking why they do that. I mean, is it what's the reason? Is there one?
I think it's because that's how we've always done it. It's a
swing and a miss.
I moved to Arkansas in the early '90s, and baseball was new to a lot of for Conway. Conway has only had high school baseball for 42 seasons. High fly to center field. Gibson is under it. He's got it. Runner holds. 2 away. But before that, you had American Legion. That would start in May, and they'd play 100 games, 60 games, whatever, And I think because it was kind of a tack-on sport, it doesn't have that history. And I don't know what's going to take to change that. Because again, you look around, no state does what Arkansas does. But I think it's hard to change because it's just easy. It's easy to organize. A lot of teams make state. I mean, 3/4 of our conference make state. Or I guess 2/3 now. We have 9 teams. So making state isn't really that big of a deal. It means you weren't terrible. But so you end up. What I hate about the state tournament is you see so many good teams, and they just don't play each other very much because you've got weaker teams there and you got single elimination. And so I would love to see. Fayetteville beat us last year. That's good. Well, we should have dropped down and played, Little Rock Christian or, Bentonville or whoever, was in fight our way back and show the depth and all. It's just
That's
the whole,
right.
and there's not to complain. I'm sure it's happened to other teams too. But 2 years in a row, we fought like heck to win state, to win our conference, and then it just put us in a disadvantage because of pitching on the other side. That's a fantastic block by Maddox. That ball bounced well short of the plate. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
Yeah.
I don't know what it'll take to change it. I think it might have to go with the classification level, where classifications say, hey, we want to do it differently. I've heard some ideas tossed around, like kind of starting a week earlier and doing like a regional, super regional type thing to play into a championship game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The thing is, you got however many schools, 400 or whatever in the state, and there's only 16 or 17 or whatever it is now, 6A schools. 6A can't vote on their own. They have to get everybody. They got to get Gravett and Lavaca to agree to whatever their plan is to change their format in a lot of cases. So, yeah, I think by the time our grandkids are playing, I like to say that we'll at least at the higher classifications, you'll see more of a true playoff format. But, you know, the smaller classifications, they stop. They end their regular season end of April, and they play district, and they play, you know, district, regional, and state. And so there's time in the calendar.
All right. Teacup's got 2 strikes here, 2 outs, and we got 2 on.
I think that's going to go out of play. Just can't quite get this thing to end. This one's going to stay fair. And it's going to be caught by Ryder Cook, and that is your ball game. So the JV Cats come out and take the nightcap here. The final of 9-3. So not the one we wanted to win tonight, but
right. It's good to get the win.
Good to get the win. Good to see the boys put some clutch hits together. They did a good job of both 2-out hitting and situational hitting to get some runs in.
Saw some good pitching out here.
It's a good pitching, yep. So, Byron, enjoyed it. Thanks for joining the broadcast today.
Appreciate you having me on. This is a fun first time doing this.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's it for us tonight. Reminder that on Thursday nights, the varsity game will be streamed by Conway Corp. So that's both on YouTube and on Conway Corp Sports Channel 5. You can catch their stream there, and then we'll be on for the JV game thereafter. If there is a change due to weather, check the social media, or talk to a baseball player, and they'll fill you in. We do have a little bit of rain in the forecast, so otherwise, we'll see you guys on Thursday night. Thanks for joining us, and that's it from Cabot. Again, JV Cats win it 9-3.